redefine what success, redefine what the feels are along the road to, whatever success is to you, which again, that construct, that constant unfolding of realizing that, are your basic needs being met? You're thriving. You are in a thriving environment. Being able to go beyond and being able to expand yourself, it's it's just extra. It's the frosting. It's the pieces that just really enhance and can you know allow you to tune into that feeling sensation on a deeper level. And now I'm going to put a little pause in that and just kind of feel that out, write it out, whatever works and however it's landing for you. I'm going to put a pause in that thought, and I want to, or I'm encouraged to, also go into, well, what's happening and what's going on when I'm not in a creative phase. Let's say I've almost gotten stuck in a glide. A glide, in my personal opinion, is when you're just enjoying everything. You get to look around, you get to really sit with it for a while before you move on to a new project, before you move on to something else. Now there is the understanding that sometimes, and this does happen when maybe you've been working towards something and it falls apart. I have been there. The emotional impact of that, and it feels like, okay, I failed at this, or this isn't working, or I've struggled too much now, or I'm not enjoying the process, whatever the case, whatever the feelings, whatever the thoughts, and and those combinations of the two. And now you're in almost like this stuck place, a little bit of just feeling stuck, feeling stale, not sure how to move or start to even get the ball back up the hill, or whatever the case may be. Now this space is a special space. I call it a healing phase. It can be a healing phase from an actual physical, emotional, mental healing that needs to occur. That is the priority. Everything else in life, literally, whether choice or not choice, but sometimes it feels like you don't have a choice, it gets put on the back burner. And this peace in your life, I implore you, I encourage, it needs to be looked at, it needs to be felt, it needs to be understood in your mind without, and more actually in your heart. Let's say that a little bit, because the mind will keep you on a spin and will kind of keep you going in this continuous loop of not necessarily moving forward, but just kind of staying in, oh man, there can be all sorts of spins that you can start to get stuck in, but those pieces aren't doing you any positive. They aren't helping you to again create that momentum, create that movement forward. Begin to allow yourself to dream and to want things again. And that's a crucial piece. Sometimes we get stuck in that misstep of working towards a goal. There's a misstep, and all of a sudden, crash. Everything comes tumbling down. It feels like, and that feeling is real. Yet there's other ways. It's all about getting resourceful, becoming more clear on what your wants and your desires are, and really beginning to, sometimes you do have to kind of scrap it all that wasn't working and start from fresh. And how can I go into it with a fresh perspective, with a new relish, or a new look on how I'm going to move forward with it. And I'm I'm a big fan of, like, okay, we're going to just bring it all back down and work on that foundation. Um, you know, for worse or for better. That's a piece. If it's not working, that's it. We just break it all down, and we're going to work on the foundation and work it back up again, because I'm not in my joy center. I'm not doing this out of joy. I'm doing it out of stress, out of the heavy emotions, out of what's that called? That like, I almost want to call it like a compulsion, like this compulsion, this social media fed, you know, little bit of a mind mess, where it's like, oh, it's not necessarily what I desire or want, but it's kind of what I see happening, like maybe that is what I want or desire. And try not to look outside when you're going into your dreamscape. Really go into your inner world will help you get your stuff, your desires, and really tune into that. And don't be, don't shy away when it's something completely different than what you ever thought, or what your family ever thought you were going to do, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes that's when you're like hitting gold, when you're all of a sudden like, oh, like this feeling slash thought really ignited a lot of excitement in me. I don't know why.